My dad was at a minimum security prison at first when we got to Forest City, Arkansas. What they call minimum security prison is fucking crazy. There would be like you go in there and when you make it through the original checks or whatever, you got to walk through this thing, this door, and then the thing bolts behind you, and then it buzzes, and they let you out, and you walk like I don't know, maybe 50 yards in this area between two large ass fences, and those fences are about they're over 10 feet tall. They're higher than a basketball goal. That I can say that confidently, and they have razor spool like on top of leading up to it and over it. They have razor spool like 10, 15 yards out from the shit. And then when you go over it, there's 10, 15 more yards of laser spool. These things, you cannot break out of these shits. You go through two layers of that type of fencing. The fucking humanity of actually walking through there, um, at this, like I would hate to say, like, there become a point where I was kind of desensitized to this.
God damn.
And, I'm like fucking 12, 11 or 12 years old. And my grandmother didn't travel to go see my dad. She spoke to him on the phone often and sent him,
What?
put money on his books and wrote to him and stuff like that. But she didn't physically go see him. She didn't go see him until he was in Forest City, Arkansas. And that drive was hard on her. But we get there and she sees how her son is being kept for the first time. She walked through the first set of gates, and I remember looking up, and I'm old at this point. I just remember looking up to her. She's crying already as, she's looking around at this, like, at the fence. Because you're like, well, how the fuck do you get through that? Like, yeah. But anywho, you go to the minimum security waiting room. This is the first time that you can physically touch them. You can't, you can't hug for 30 seconds. You can't, man and wife can't be touching each other inappropriately. But you're in there. You can, you bring quarters. You have to go to the bank beforehand to make sure you get quarters or whatever for your little clear bag.
Are you serious?
And yeah, you got to get quarters, dude, because you get quarters because, they locked up. They don't have access. What's in that fucking waiting room is vending machines. And I probably wouldn't even eat the shit now, but it was just like these like little microwavable burgers, these fucking like microwavable wings. We used to fucking love those. But it's like shit that you see, like, you ever see the meme? It was like about people working in like warehouse jobs. It was like, if you ever been 19 or needed some extra money or whatever, and it'll show like a picture of a burger that you put in the microwave. It's like that type food, but you know, you're breaking bread with somebody who you like. For us at that time, we only saw him every 3 months because single parent income. That's how it took us a lot to get there.
Ah, dude, I fucking
So
bet.
Yeah.
yeah. So it doesn't really matter about what you're fucking eating. It's like you're breaking bread with somebody that's a part of your tribe, regardless of what they did. Anywho, that's a minimal security prison. All right. Um, a camp. You pull up to the camp, like you park outside the building, you walk there, you look around. You see them, like you can look. They're out there working. They fucking right there, like nobody's watching them. Um, and then you go in there, you notice it's a lot more fucking relaxed. Like, and then there's a fucking demographic change too. When you're at the minimum security prison or you're at that county facility, it's very black and brown. And then like that one scary ass white family would be there. They were different every time, but they were all it would be like there would be some scary whites there. That's what it was like at the minimum security prison. The the big house.
The big house.
When you got to the camp, The makeup was very fucking different. You know how my family looks? Like, all right, there's black people there, but we few and far between now. It's a lot of like middle-aged looking white men there. Like, what the fuck did he do? He's a he in here for tax fraud. He in here for embezzlement. He in here for securities fraud. So when you hear about Camp Fed and you hear about you see Ghislaine Maxwell smiling on that fucking on her new ID picture, she's in Camp Fed. There's no walls. She's in there with people who probably don't fucking hate her guts as much. Like everybody probably despises her. I'm not. I mean, I'm saying everybody. Everybody of my ilk despises her for the crimes that she committed against children. Right?
Yeah.
That those people get treated the worst in prison, regardless. Whether it's federal, state, I don't give a fuck. Those people get treated the worst, regardless, because there's a lot of people in prison who can't be with their family. Right? Makes sense. Um, but she's less likely to get her shit rocked or get fucking stabbed or something like that in a fucking camp with low threat inmates. She probably has a better job. Like, if she even needs a fucking job, I don't know. Like, most prisoners have some type of thing they do just to keep themselves busy. But, maybe she got a pretty good assignment. That could have been part of her shit too. But she has made her life has improved tremendously from the level of check that she went through to where she currently is now at a federal prison camp. It don't get no lighter.
Motherfucker.
And when another thing that happens when you go to a prison camp, I can't cite the number of miles. My dad gets 11 and a half years. You don't get 11 and a half years in the federal system, by the way. You get months. And you can check my math on it, but it was like 187 months.
You think she'll get pardoned?
I think so. I think they're setting it up for sure.
Honestly, part of me is kind of like, I feel like that might, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like his base was already kind of like, hey, what the fuck is going on? I feel like that might be jumping the shark, but I wouldn't be surprised, you know what I mean? Like, just the craziest shit has been happening, so I don't know. But on paper, it looks like a bad decision. If they do pardon her, it would be, what can you do for us in return? Like, do you have any recollection of Trump or any interaction between Trump and Epstein? You know what I mean? Like, if she does get a pardon, it's going to have to be in exchange for something.